Hello everyone, welcome along to RRL F1. It's your boy AY Charlie back again commentating, and as you can see, we're at a new track today. We're here for the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort. We've got 12 drivers on the grid, which is a little bit lower than what we normally see, and I can't lie, I can't tell if it's raining or not, but it's very cloudy, and I don't know what that is on the track. If you can see it, is that the Alfa Romeo garage on the floor? Is that rain? Oh, I can just obviously check by the tyres. Let's have a little look. No, it's not. It is dry. Ignore me. But welcome along to Zandvoort. New track to the F1 game. Obviously, it hasn't actually been a proper race yet on the real F1 calendar because of COVID. So it's going to be quite interesting to see where the real overtaken spots are. I haven't seen a Grand Prix around here before. That's including, well, I mean, of course, that is league racing wise. But is it raining? I can't tell. It's actually really difficult to tell right now. I don't think so. Otherwise, these guys would have gone a little bit quicker. But, you know, very, very cloudy. So it could rain any second now. So if there's anyone watching the stream or in the Twitch chat, let us know if it is actually raining. We've already got a crash. It looks like it's a Ferrari of Dill, as it is. He's also had the fast right-hander. So again, I don't know any corner names, but I do have a track map in front of me with the corner numbers. I'm going to quickly check the audio before I carry on, because I could just be talking to myself. Let's have a little look. Can my earphones connect? Yep, seems good, and thanks for that, Ross. So it seems to be overcast for the race and qualifying, so we're not going to be seeing any rain, possibly. Who knows? It's Cody's. They might chuck in something a little bit extra to make this race a little bit more entertaining. Not like it is entertaining already, but hopefully we won't see any glitches. I mean, last week we saw some interesting stuff, including people disconnecting, crashing into the wall, the AI, steering wheel's not connecting. Yeah, I see Jared. But yeah, let's have a look at who we can go on board with. Let's go on board with Penske. Where's he at? So he's going into the fast right-hander, taking it in 7th gear, which is very surprising. Quite a few drivers taking it in 6th as Penske goes through the right-hander now into sector 2. So there's a fast right-hander, then it's quite a slow right-hander. You take that in 3rd gear. Now going into a late apex corner, opening up the DRS for the 2nd time in this hot lap. As we approach the fast chicane, the right-left chicane here, I'm Death Row with the faster time so far, an 8.8. We're looking about, I'd say, a mid-8 for pole today. So an 8.8 already, a very good lap time indeed. New Zealand riders just behind Death Row there with an 8.73. As Penske comes across the DRS straight, across the line to finish his hot lap, and he goes P3 with a 9.3 for IZ with a 22.3. Yeah, I'd say he's got a bit of time to gain there, but that's alright. 22.3 gets him in 5th position for now, as Pres BC goes 5th. Master Berserk, who's teammates with Ryan, goes P4 with a 9.8. As times are starting to really drop in now. Matt is with a 10.1. Dill, I think, across the line with a 11.7 on the medium compound tyres. We've got, who have we got about to cross the line? It looks like it's a Williams of Cowboy Oz who's coming across the DRS straight through the final corner. And what's it going to be? It's a 12.9, which puts him in 8th at the moment, which is basically the slowest time we got because Frizy didn't really set a proper lap time so far. Who else is crossing the line? It looks like Renault's coming to the pit lane, and Hugo, who's on a hot lap. He's run out of VRS across the line. P3 with a 9.1. Good lap time from him as well. Warden 99. He's coming through the final corner. If I can get on board with him, I don't think I can because the driver select system is so rubbish. Warden goes into 5th with a 9.6 on the medium compound tyre. So he has actually set 2 laps on those medium so far. Strategy-wise is a softs to hards, I believe it is. And I'm pretty sure we will see the pit stop strategy when the lights go out, just like last week in China. If you haven't checked that stream out, make sure you have a look at it because it was quite entertaining, especially at the end of the Grand Prix where the safety car came out very late, and then And we had quite a few interesting battles at the front. 13 minutes left to go in qualifying. Deathbow, who's on provisional pole with an 8.8. Ryan 8.8 as well. Very, very close behind Deathbow there. So we should be seeing maybe some position changes at the end of the qualifying session. We've got Alan Hugo is 3/10 behind Ryan at the moment too. But obviously it's quite a short track, so the gaps should be a bit closer than you'd expect. As Alan Hugo looks to be coming into the pit as he does so. 12 minutes 30 left to go in the session. We've got a Racing Point who's coming through the final corner, and I'm guessing it's Warner going into the pit lane. It is. We've got Dill, who I'm not sure if he's on a lap. He's a second off in sector 2, so I'm guessing he's not. I don't think he is, but he is the only driver on track at the moment. So yeah, if you haven't noticed, I am solo commentating again. Sadly, Mitchie's not here this week, so I have no idea if he's going to be back next week. And no, Dill's actually going to cross the line to start another lap, I think. Quite interesting, so we can stay on board with him as he is the only driver on track, like I said. Let me have a look at my track map. So he is going into... what turn is this? This is turn 4? This is turn 5 and turn 6. I'm not even going to bother trying to say the names of these corners because I'll probably embarrass myself as he goes into the fast right-hander of turn 8. 6th gear for Dill as he runs a little bit wide, and that's going to cost him a few tenths. Surprisingly, that's not an invalidation. He's 4 tenths down on his time at the moment. Probably going to hop into the pit lane after this lap. He's got 11 minutes left to go in the session. Few drivers now coming out of the pit lane. We've got a Haas that looks to be Alan Hugo, and a Mercedes, which is Master Berserk. An Alfa Romeo of Presby C. Red Bull, that is Zombie Hunter, who's yet to set a lap time so far. Warden out again, and I need to change the detail to fitted. And he is on the soft compound tyres now. We've got Presby C, who's gone onto the mediums, which is quite interesting. Dill's actually going to come across the line once again. And 1.3 seconds off. So it looks like he's just setting some consistent lap times at the start of this qualifying session. Maybe he hasn't done... maybe he's just getting some race practice in. I don't know. Right, Alan Hugo coming through the final corner. No, this is not the final corner. This is the penultimate corner. This is the final corner to start his lap time. Who else have we got? We've got Mercedes, that is Master Berserk behind him, who has just crossed the line to start his lap, so we can go on board with Burke after this hot lap from Alan Hugo. Oh, that's a very close Mercedes to him. That is definitely not Master Berserk there. That is New Zealand Ryan right behind him. Looks like Ryan might give a little bit of a tow to his teammate Master Berserk. Where can he give it? Probably on the... I don't even know. I think they've just let each other through, actually. Yes, they have. So maybe Berserk is going to give a little bit... oh, they're letting each other through, and Berserk is out of the qualifying session. Looks like he's had a bit of a crash, and so is Presby C. Presby C is also spun. Can we go on board with someone? Warden? No, it's not Warden. Oh, who can we go on board with? Matt. Oh, he's on the right-hand side. You just saw there. He's had a bit of a spin. And sadly, that is his qualifying session over. He might have... I'm guessing he's clipped the curb on the left-hand side and just lost the rear going into that fast right-hander. So, yeah, that's his qualifying session over with the 9.8. It's only good enough for 6th position. So that is a bit of a shame there from Burke. He's still got... he's got a time in, so it's not the end of the world, but it's just a little bit disappointing. He's going to have to wait a little bit longer for the race to begin. New Zealand Ryan has crossed the line to start his lap. Alan Hugo looks like he actually did set a lap at 9.0, and he's now 2 tenths behind 2 tenths behind Ryan. Warden looks like he's invalidated his lap time. Penske is now on his lap time. New Zealand Ryan is coming through sector 1, going into turn 7, heading into turn 8. This is where his teammate just binned it like a minute ago on the right hand side. He didn't do the same thing as his teammate. Purple sector 1. You can see the speed going into that right-hander there. That's turn 9. When I did a few laps there, I was nowhere near. I took it in like 4th gear or something, and these guys are taking it very quickly in 6th. So this is kind of me learning how to actually take the track too, as Ryan goes into the chicane of I think this is turn 12 and into turn 13. as we're going into the final 2 corners here. 8 minutes left to go in the session. Ryan, I don't think he set a purple sector 2. I didn't see. Definitely set a purple sector 1. So is Ryan going to be able to improve on his 8.8? He just needs a little bit to go pole as he goes in 8.6. So that is the fastest time in the session so far. And Deathbow looks to be on a lap as well. He's 2 tenths behind Ryan. Penske crosses the line with a 9.3. I think he actually backed off crossing the line, so he might not have been very happy with that time. Maybe wanting to, I'm not sure, save his tires a little bit for the end of qualifying. So I think we got Deathbow, who is on a lap. He's a 10th up going into sector 2. Again, he just needs a little bit of an improvement to try and snatch pole, well, provisional pole anyway, off Mercedes driver Ryan into the final corner. DRS opening in 100 meters. Now he's going right to the right hand side, and maybe this is the racing line. Deathbow across the line, and he does take provisional pole with another 8.6. 6.6 would be a bit interesting, but 8.6. So Deathbow, Ryan, very close so far in qualifying. You can see under a 10th separating each other, under half a 10th separating each other there. So Deathbow and Ryan looks to be very competitive so far this season. Penske looks like he's going into the pit lane possibly. Yep. Waldron is on his out lap, so he's getting ready to set a lap time. He's coming in 4th with a 9.0. 4 tenths behind Ryan so far. It's kind of the part of qualifying where it's a little bit dead, but you know, I think there's quite a few people actually on their laps, so I'm just talking absolute poo. XB1 is coming through turn 1 to start his lap as well. Deathbow looks to be going into the pit lane as he does so. So very similar strategies of qualifying between Deathbow and Ryan. Who's going to be the one that comes out latest? I don't think it makes a huge amount of difference, but it's definitely something. Walden starting his lap time now, is that Matt is the closest to the line, and it looks like he is on a lap at the moment, going into the penultimate corner. 4th gear for the Ferrari driver. And that is an invalidation right there. Wow. Went a little bit wide, and I'm guessing it's going to be this in next lap. I think it is. Wow. So the smallest amount of error there can cost your lap just like that. Dill has also invalidated his lap time. XB1 has not. Opening up the DRS and heading towards the line. Ran out of VRS. Can he improve on his 10.5? He can with 10.4. Sadly, it's not enough to get him up in any positions, but he's getting closer to Matt. Got a Haas of Alan Hugo. Wait. I thought it was Alan Hugo in the pit lane. Oh no, that was Deathbow going in the pit lane. Sorry. And Hugo across the line. 8.8 does improve, but again doesn't improve in any positions. Getting closer to Ryan though. Warden now improves to an 8.7, so he splits Ryan and Hugo there. A 10th separating in between, 10th for Hugo and Ryan for Warden there. So yeah, these guys are very close. We've got 2 tenths separated the top 4. And we've got Penske in 5th. This time Matt is probably going to come into the pits. Yeah, there he goes. Warden's going again, is he? I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like it. Who else have we got on a lap time? I saw someone... Frizy, maybe? It looks like it. Heading through Sector 2 into Sector 3. He is just under a 10th faster than his personal best. He's got a racing point, which is Warden, which might give him a little bit of a slipstream here. Don't think it's close enough for a slipstream. If he's slowing right down, he might actually get a bit of slipstream here. As he comes across the line, is he going to be able to improve on his 11? It does, a 10.5, 6 tenths faster than his personal best as he goes into the gravel for good measure. P9 for the AlphaTauri. And he is the only driver on the track so far. 2 minutes 55 seconds remaining in qualifying. What do you think of the Dutch circuits from Ross? I don't know. I mean, qualifying wise, it looks very close, and like it's a very fast track, so obviously, well, as you can see, qualifying is very close here. There's not much to judge in real life action because we haven't seen any. Race wise, I don't know either because I haven't really seen a league race around here. There's not really much overtaking opportunities. Where can we go? Turn 1's okay. Into the chicane of turn 12, I think it is. Not too bad. But it's just a bit. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of similar to Hungary, so we'll see how it goes. Not much overtaking, quite fast, close to qualifying. But I don't know, I might be proved wrong. Hopefully I'm proved wrong. 1 minute 45 seconds left to go in qualifying. Jared, why are you not racing, my man? What's going on? Yawn. Very tired, I'm very sorry. It's been a long week. As we see, he's going to start his lap time, it looks like. No, he doesn't. I think he just improved. No, he didn't. That was a bit weird. Said he got off 10.443. But he didn't. Anyway, everyone else out on track. Apart from Zombie, Berserk who crashed, and a Red Bull of Fizi. Bit interesting. No, AlphaTauri of Fizi. So Fizi is not going to get out quick enough to start his lap time, so that's a bit unfortunate for him. So we got Deathboat ahead of Ryan. So it's going to be quite close. We've got Warden there. He's crossing the line to start his lap time too. Penske crossing the line as well. As we're getting the shootout part of qualifying, the favourite part of qualifying that everyone wants to see. Deathboat crossing the line as well. New Zealand Ryan crossing the line to start his lap time. We've got a Williams, that is Cabot Oz, starting his lap time. And I think that's Matt, he's crossing the line too. So let's go on board with Warden here, as he seems to be the first of the bunch to start his lap time there, as he gets a little bit squirmy on the exit of turn 9, sorry. Dill crosses the line. That's a 9.7 for Dill as the checker flag. Oh no, the checker flag has dropped here in Zandvoort as Warner goes purple through sector 2, so that's a good sector from Warden. He just needs roughly a 10th to get a pole position at the moment. Obviously it's only a provisional pole for now as Warden comes through the penultimate corner into the final corner, completely flat out here as the checker flag has dropped. DRS enabled for the Racing Point. Is he going to be able to improve his 8.7 and maybe take pole? He does so. It's an 8.6 from Warden. That's provisional pole for now, as we've got a Racing Point of Penske crosses the line. He doesn't improve in his time. I think we saw someone squirming. That's Ryan. He can't improve. Deathbrook crosses the line. I didn't even see Alan Hugo take pole. What? I didn't even see that. Hugo takes pole position with an 8.6. Ryan crosses the line. He's bossled it. He's stuffed his lap time coming through the final corner, it looked like. And Alan Hugo, out of nowhere, once again, just like China, he was actually last on the grid. I think he didn't even set a lap time, and he got pole position there. And now in Zandvoort, I think he definitely did set a lap time. But now Alan Hugo once again back-to-back pole positions here for RRL, and only slightly. That's 7 thousandths of a second between Hugo and Warden, and that's 5 thousandths between Warden and Deathbrow. Wow, what a qualifying session, as Ryan only settles for 4th. So that's not Ryan's best qualifying session there. As wow, what an end to qualifying. As you can see, Hugo takes pole position. The top 4 separated by less than a 10th of a second. Penske there in 5th. We got Matt in 6th, Dill in 7th, Berserk in 8th after that unfortunate incident in qualifying. Supposed to be seen 9th and Frizy in 10th, so all of those guys starting on the softs. Cowboy Oz with a 11.8, and Zombie didn't set a lap time. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, I don't know why. He just didn't get out on track in time. So Hugo and Warden are your drivers on the front row of the grid. Death Row and Ryan, surprisingly, both on the second row of the grid. So we're going to get this Dutch Grand Prix underway. Netherlands Grand Prix, Dutch Grand Prix. I'm pretty sure it's the Dutch Grand Prix. The Zandvoort Grand Prix. Whatever you want to call it. The new Grand Prix to F1 2020. And as you can see, it's basically exactly the same conditions to qualifying here. So welcome to the grid. The Dutch Grand Prix. And Hugo on pole position. Once again, back to back. Warden 2nd. We saw Warden get that amazing start last week. Got himself up into 1st at one point, I think. Or did he lead? I don't even remember. My memory's not that great. But I just remember Warden getting a beastly start. Could he do the same again? Could he even take 1st going into turn 1? He's going to have the outside line, I believe. Outside, inside? I think it might be the inside, actually. I might be dumb. I might be just... I'm pretty sure 1st always gets the outside anyway. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I think they do. Anyway, 3, 2, 1. I missed the beeping. Where's the beeping at, Codemasters? As the formation lap is underway. So as you can see, there is no pit stop strategy once again. So apologies. We will probably be seeing that when the lights go out, because obviously that is apparently the best time to show us the pit strategy. So let's have a look at it. We already got a Ferrari in the gravel in the background, as you can see. That was Dill and Matt. Both of the Ferraris crashing already at the formation lap. Nice to see. As everyone on the softs, apart from Zombie, who is on the mediums. So like I said, softs to hards. 36 laps down here in Zandvoort. What time and what lap will we see these guys pit? I'm not sure. We'll see with the pit stop strategy, which is going to be on the 1st lap. I'm guessing it'll be a lap 11 maybe, something like that. Obviously, the run into turn 1, it's quite tight. Long right-hander, slightly banked. That inside line is going to be crucial. You can go around the outside. But it's very tight, so drivers have to be careful when going side by side through there. That's probably the main overtaking opportunity spot. I can't really see anywhere else. The chicane through sector 2, going into sector 3. I don't know. Well, we'll find out today. So you guys are learning as much as I'm learning right now. Completely fresh. There's probably a few drivers who have done league races around here, so they kind of got an idea of what to do. As you can see, both Ferraris already on the grid. So, I'm going to get this Dutch Grand Prix underway. Alan Hugo lining up on pole position with Warden alongside him. Zombie Hunter lining up in his 12th grid slot as we're going to get this Dutch Grand Prix underway. We've got yellow flags to start things off here as the drivers are looking to the 5 red lights for the Dutch Grand Prix. As it's lights out and away we go, and it looks like Warden gets a fantastic start once again. He takes 1st position already going into turn 1 as the inside line, but goes wide. He goes very wide there, so he compromises his very good start. Goes side by side with Ali Hugo in the Haas as Warden gets very close to Hugo's left front, and he just about gets away with it. Warden takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Ali Hugo in 2nd, Deathbow holding 3rd, Ryan in 4th. We've got a driver who's already crashed. That's Cowboy Oz, who's out of the race already. Ryan's trying to go around the outside as there's a safety car, and I don't actually know what happened there between Ryan and Deathbow. It looks like Deathbow's going to hold it, but Deathbow and Ryan were side by side when the safety car basically came out. But yeah, there we go. Safety car has been deployed for the crash with Cowboy Oz. And Warden once again an amazing start. That is incredible how he keeps getting these starts. Alongside Alan Hugo as well. So Warden takes 1st back-to-back perfect starts, literally perfect. Hugo in second, Deathbow holding third, Ryan holding fourth, Penske in fifth, Matt in sixth. I think Berserk's got himself up a position into seventh. Let's have a look at the what's it called? The position changes. Yep, he has done. Frizy up 2 positions, Zombie up 3, Dill lost 3 and Presbycy lost 2. So has anyone got a bit of front wing damage? Who's in the pit lane? That is that's Frizy and Presbycy who have all come into the pit lane. Front wing change, I'm guessing. Was that? Yeah, it is. And Presbycy actually not with a front wing change. Was there a front wing change? I didn't even notice. By the way, Frizy out on the mediums, Presbycy on the hards. He's thinking he might take these hards at the end of the Grand Prix, or he's going to go on the softer compound tyre towards the end, and hopefully be a lot quicker than the guys at the front. So we've had a 100% safety car rate when I've been commentating anyway. No front wing damage, yeah. That's a little bit confusing because I kind of switched the camera when they were doing the pit stop. But yeah, as you guys saw for the pit stop strategy, it said lap 11, something like that, for the softs. There's nothing much to commentate on, sadly, because it's safety car. But undercut, I don't know if, I'm guessing the undercut is going to be quite strong around here. So I'm going to brave it. Maybe lap 10, maybe lap 9, who knows. I think the hards probably last quite a while, so they could risk going a lap or 2 earlier than what they are predicted. So we saw last time with the safety car restart, it was Ryan, no, I think it was Ryan who was leading the way, and then he got an amazing getaway. I think it was Deathrow who was behind him, struggled a little bit. On board with Ryan here in 4th position. Don't think he's very happy with his qualifying start. No, not qualifying start, but just qualifying altogether. Was side by side with Deathbow when the safety car restart. When the safety car did get called out, and as you can see by the incidents, only one is Presbycy corner cutting there, and then obviously you got the retirement of Cabot Oz. Is the safety car going to be coming in this lap? I'm guessing so. And there we go, safety car in this lap. The lights are off the safety car. And we're going to get racing once again. Lap 3 out of 36. Going to be lap 4 when these guys cross the line. Warden is going to be choosing when he wants to start. So obviously, as we saw in lap 1, Warden got an amazing start alongside Hugo. Is he going to be able to do it again? Safety car's coming through the final corner now, so he should be able to go when he wants to. As we've got Zombie overtaking Master Berserk already, as he's got a 5-second time penalty. I can't actually see what it's for, because I've got the Twitch overlay in the way, but Warden has got away, and we're back racing once again. Hugo is going to be under pressure by Deathbow, looks like. Slightly, not quite, as Berserk is into the pit lane already. So I'm guessing it was a collision there, as Deathbow goes a little bit deep going into that corner. Ryan might have a better run on the Renault drivers. Warden still holds the lead out in Hugo in 2nd, Deathbow 3rd, Ryan 4th, Penske is in 5th, already a 2nd and nearly a half behind New Zealand Ryan already as we go into the fast right hand of turn 8. Deathbow running a little bit wide, as you can see, just a little bit. That's not going to cost him too much time. But the top 4 getting away nicely. Berserk onto the hard compound tyres. He's going to try and get away now. No, sorry, he's not going to try and get away. Berserk is going to try and get back into it. Get the gap in. he might be able to take those halves at the end if he manages his tyres quite well. And Hugo with a nice bunny hop over the corner, probably a corner cut warning there as we go through the penultimate corner to the final corner. Wallen still leading the way, and Hugo in second. DRS not enabled just yet. I think it'll be enabled next lap, I believe it is, maybe 2 laps. About 4/10 separating Hugo and Walden as there's a fast lap of 12.2. Hugo with a purple sector 3 though, so he's still keeping right in the gearbox of the racing point. Deathblow is still holding third, but slowly losing time to Hugo. It's about 5/6 separating the Renault and the Haas. Ryan about 5/10 behind Deathblow 2. These guys are already running quite low on energy. Let's quickly see what that time penalty was for. Yeah, it was a collision. Oh, they both got one. I didn't see that. Wow, they both got a collision with each other, and they both got 5-second time penalties. As Warden looks like he's run a little bit deep there. It's not going to cost him, but Hugo is taking the slight advantage of that, closing the gap. As Warden, he looks like he's struggling a little bit there, missing a few apexes, going a little bit deep. Hugo's just waiting for the right time to try and make that move. Go through the final corner once again. Warden still in the way. Ryan's a bit close to Deathblow. Hugo giving Warden a little bit of a weave there, trying to get his mirrors. Lap 6 out of 36 here. Ooh, Deathblow a little bit squirmy there. Could Ryan take the full advantage of this? I think it's a bit risky trying to go for a move here, but he's all over it. He's going to go for it down the inside into the fast right hand, the 6th gear. They're still side by side. Is Ryan going to try and dive it down the inside again into turn 9? It's very close. But wow, that was ballsy from Ryan there. Trying to go for the move after the mistake from the Renault driver of Deathblow. And he just can't make the move. But luckily there wasn't a collision there. That was... wow. That could have ended very badly. Very brave there from Ryan. But sadly it was not enough to get past. And Hugo DRS enabled on Warden. He's going to be gaining and gaining and gaining into turn 1, but it's not going to be enough. Ryan, is he going to be able to do it? No, he can't. Oh, the guys at the front again, very racy. They're getting racy, but they can't really overtake anywhere. I mean, we saw Ryan who nearly went for that move there, the fast right hand of turn 8, but you know, so you need a lot of courage to do something like that. Let's go to the back of the field a little bit. We've got Zombie and Is That Matt getting locked in battle as well. Dill is trying to get involved. It's a nice little engine glitch for you guys to enjoy there. Going to the start finish straight once again. Hugo. DRS enabled. We've got a yellow flag and it looks like it's Fry Z who's had a little bit of a spin there in sector 3. Not able to make the move is Hugo. Ryan once again, he can't make it. God, I need someone else to join me in the commentary box. It's a bit boring by yourself. Just talking to my microphone. And obviously the people in the chat. But the top 4 are definitely pulling away from the guys behind. You can see on the track map that nice big gap there. But where is Berserk going to come out of all of this? He might have to pit again. again, Hugo. Is he going to be able to make the move on board? And he's getting very close as Ryan now sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 12.1. As he's getting very close to Deathbro. He's actually going to try to go on the outside as I don't actually know what happens. Deathbro's been spun. Deathbro's lost it. And he's round at turn 2. I'm not sure if that was a collision between Ryan and Deathbro. Sadly, I wasn't really on board when that happened. I just saw the gap close and close. But Deathbro's round. And he's down into P9. They definitely were side by side going into turn 1. But Deathbro, unfortunately, has come out worse. So Ryan's now in 3rd and Penske's up in 4th. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. I did kind of see what happened. I'm looking back at the replay. Ryan was on the outside on the curb. And then the Renault Deathbro was just on the right hand side. It wasn't very clear. But there was definitely a collision there. Right, Hugo very close to Warden now as we go on to lap 10 out of 36. Warden defending the inside. Purple sector 3 from Hugo as they go side by side going into turn 1. Is it going to be the same as Deathbro and Ryan though? This time Hugo, it is going to be the same. But thankfully, it's not completely the same. There was a crash. Well, there was contact, but thankfully no one was really spun by that. So Hugo's still in P2, Warden P1, and this is going to let Ryan catch up a little bit. Matt has fallen down into P6 as Zombie overtakes him back up into, going up into 5th, sorry. Good move from him on the medium compound tyres, so he's going to be trying to catch up to the guys in front, and he's going to have the slight advantage too. So the mediums run a little bit longer, but it is going to be soft to hard, so he's going to have to go mediums to hards anyway. Right, take 2. Hugo and Warden. I don't think Hugo's close enough though. This straight isn't really long enough to gain from this sort of gap. But we can certainly find out. And no, it's not. Pit window is now open for the drivers. So lap 11 out of 36. Is anyone going to go for the pit stop this lap? Next lap, we don't know. I guess whatever Warden does, everyone's going to follow, so we'll see what happens. Ryan now a second behind Alan Hugo. It's got a yellow flag, and it looks like it's a Ferrari of... looks to be Dill, sorry. Yeah, he's got gravel on his tyres, so he's had a little bit of an off there. Right, what's going to happen here? Pit window open. Who is going to make the call? Is there going to be a call? Is it an obvious call? I don't know. Let's find out. Warden in. Hugo staying out, and Ryan staying out with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix for Ryan as well. So, Warden's made the early call to go onto the hards. And where is he going to come out on track? It looks like he's going to come out on P6. There's not much traffic ahead of him because the guys in front will have to pit. Ryan and Hugo, it's push time. You can see they're using all of the EOS possible. Ryan is now caught up to 0.8 of a second behind Hugo. Is Warner going to still be able to hold on to P1 here? He's got Matt in front of him. Maybe a slight bit of traffic there, but I don't think it's going to cost him too much. Not close enough to cause any major damage to the time. But he is catching very quickly, so he might actually lose a bit of time here. So yeah, this might actually cost Warden quite a bit. So Hugo might be able to try and take P1 back off him. As you can see, Warden is being held up quite a bit. Hugo into the pit lane. Is Ryan going to follow him? No, he doesn't. Ryan is staying out for another lap here. Warden is still being held up quite a bit from Matt. So where is Hugo going to come out in all of this? Here you go, into the pit lane, hard compound tyres, as you would expect. Penske into the pit lane, Zombie staying out. And where is Warden? Warden is coming through turn 1. Hugo is there too. They're going to go side by side. It's so close. Actually, it's not as close as you would expect. Warden does take provisional first position. Or net P1, as some people like to call it. As it was actually very close though. Warden thankfully wasn't held up too much there from Matt, so he's going to hold on to P1 possibly. We don't know yet because Ryan is still pushing quite a lot. Deathbow fastest up of the Grand Prix, down in P10 unfortunately, but he's still got a long way to go. We are a third of the way through the Grand Prix. Is Ryan going to come into the pits at the end of this lap? I would assume so. There's still quite a bit of time there on those softs. As he's staying out again. So I'm guessing Ryan is just going to try and put in consistent lap times just again and again. Unless he's thinking about the mediums, which I doubt is going to work. It's a bit of a push for there for the mediums. As Hugo is closing that gap. Penske going for the move on Presby C. As he does so, big move there from Penske up into P5. Ryan is going through turn 9 into turn 10. Deathbow and Dill looks like they're having a bit of a battle on the start-finish straight. Deathbow's passed. Hugo's still 0.3 of a second behind Warden here. So we saw it was about 2/10-ish through the final corners, where you roughly need to be for Hugo to make the move into turn 1 or try and make the move. They've caught up to Zombie very quickly here. So Warden's going to have the DRS. Is Ryan coming into the pit lane? Yes, he is. So Ryan, pit stop. Where is he going to come out on all of this? It looks like he's going to be jumped, I think. Looking at the track map. He has been served. And yeah, he's going to be jumped by these guys. By quite a bit. But either way, there's still going to be... He's still going to be able to catch up because these guys are batting quite hard as 1.9 seconds. So Ryan has lost time. The gamble hasn't really worked that well. As Warden's going to be held up by Zombie a bit here. So when is Zombie going to pit? Zombie's still quite a long time to pit. Or he could pit this lap, maybe. He's on the medium, so he can run a lot longer than the softs, obviously. As Alan Hugo is all over the back of Warden right now. And this is just letting Ryan catch up. Better. Oh, he's on the mediums. I did not see that. Ryan is on the mediums. So he's going to try and take that to the end. He's on the softer compound tyre. That's why he wanted to pit out later. I see. I'm sorry, Ryan, for not noticing that earlier. What is Zombie going to do here? Through the final corner, you can see Warden is struggling with this. He's not pitting. Warden has to make the move. As he does so, Hugo has to follow him as well. Down the inside, and looks like he's made that move there. So Warden, Hugo getting past Zombie without any problems there. Sadly for Ryan, they're not going to be held up too much now. And Ryan has to get past Zombie. And this is the part of the track where you can't really get past. Deathbow with another fastest lap in 11.8. Oh, a Zombie lets him through. Okay, so Ryan has been able to catch up to these guys. So now he's on the mediums. The only problem for Ryan is he going to be able to take this to the end of the Grand Prix? It's going to be a very long time. We can base off Zombie, who has done 15 laps on these mediums, and he doesn't look like he's struggling too much, as Ryan has got 20 laps. So maybe doable, probably doable. Just need to see how long Zombie stays out on these tyres. I doubt he's going to go onto... He might go on the softs, or he's going to pit this lap. He doesn't pit. So we can kind of use him as a benchmark. Fastest lap from Ryan, 11.7. So the top three locked in battle as we're about halfway through this Grand Prix now. Warden leading the way, Warden leading the way, Hugo in second, Ryan in third, we've got Zombie in fourth, Penske having a quite quiet race there in P5, but still solid points for him. Press BC in sixth, Fozzy seventh, Matt in 8th, Deathbone in 9th, we've got Berserk in 10th, who's had a little bit of an incident under the safety car it looks like, and Dill sat in 11th, Cabot Oz retiring on lap 1 in basically the first or second corner there, which is a bit unfortunate. As we go into the final corner once again. Is anyone going to make the move here? Hugo is 0.3 of a second behind. Not using overtake though, because he's quite low on it. Round with another purple sector 3. This is the closest battle we've got on track. And there's the battle for the lead 2. So Ryan on those mediums, he's going to have a little bit more grip compared to everyone else. Oh, as he goes for it! What a late move there from Ryan. Oh my, Ryan is getting racy today. I haven't seen anything like it. Normally Ryan chills a little bit, but I guess he has to because he's on the mediums. As he gets a good run there on Hugo. Going to go to the inside into the chicane. You can't make that move. Have to wait a little bit longer. But yeah, this is good what Ryan's doing now because he's putting the pressure on Hugo. As you can see, Hugo is getting a little bit slower and slower. He's losing that grip. He's missing the apexes. Warden with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings of corner cuts. So that's going to bite him at the end of the Grand Prix. Ryan's going to go to the inside on Hugo. They both got DRS, but Ryan looks to be straighter in the straight line as he dives down the inside and he takes P2. Is Hugo going to do the under and over? It doesn't look like it. So, Hugo down into third. But yeah, Ryan, very racy today. Racy Ryan. He's on an aggressive strategy, so he's going to have to do it. Ryan, he has to catch up to Warden now, make that move. And then when he does it, build that gap. And then he's going to have the disadvantage at the end of the Grand Prix. So Ryan needs to use the advantage he's got now. And then just has to try and hang on at the end. He did say earlier that the strategy was softs to hards. He's risking softs to mediums, which is doable, but it's very risky. There's another purple sector 2 from Ryan, so he is pushing very hard here. Penske with a 3-second time penalty. Ryan with a DRS to the inside of Warden. Warden going to do anything about it. Tries to attempt it under and over. But Ryan has just got that superior grip there. So Ryan takes the lead of the Dutch Grand Prix. We're expecting it on the medium, so now he's going to try and pull away. I just hope at the end of the Grand Prix he's got enough grip to fight these guys here, Warden and Hugo. Remember, Warden's got that time penalty, so Ryan's got a little bit of that buffer. Hugo has not. Got a bit of a battle here for P8, looks like. Or maybe Depo just got past. Depo's got Frizy up next. Going to the final 2 corners once again. Going on to lap 21. Hugo, DRS. Warden just within that DRS. I think Hugo's going to be able to do anything once again. Deathblow catching up very quickly to Frizy here. As Frazzy a little bit squirmy, or just let him through, I'm not sure, but death up into P7. So through the penultimate corner once again, into the final corner, 4/10 of a second separating Warden and Hugo. It's not going to be close enough again. So Dill's going to be involved in a bit of a battle here with Berserk. Dill's been on these tyres for 8 laps, so he's got a lot softer, well, less worn, newer compound tyres compared to Berserk. As Berserk is losing it. Yeah, he's a bit scrubby. It's as we got Matt and Fozzie into the pit lane. Yeah, Berserk has not had the greatest race today, sadly. It's a shame. As Fozzie's gone onto the hards. Oh, yeah. 5/10. DRS. Warden is now out of the DRS of Ryan. Zombie into the pit lane. So after spending 22 laps on those mediums, he's now onto the softs. So he's doing the opposite strategy to Ryan. So is this going to pay off? It might do. He's going to be putting Penske under pressure later on. Deathbird with another overtake to position 6. So he spent 22 laps on those mediums, so surely Ryan can take this to the end here. He just needs to do another 13-ish laps. Warden is still there though. It's a 10th of a second now. Touching the grass a little bit there. DRS enabled for Hugo. Same with Warden though now. Dive him, Hugo. Oh, he's going for it. Oh my goodness me. And he's been spun. I didn't mean that, Hugo. Oh no. Hugo's very ambitious. Fastest lap. Gaining so quickly. But sadly that dive was a little bit... Oh, it was a bit too optimistic there from Hugo, so down 5 seconds behind Warden now. And that could have been, that could have just ended the race. That could have ended Hugo's race there. Because now he has to catch up to 5 seconds to Warden, and Warden's got that 3-second time penalty, so Ryan's got that buffer. It's all worked out for Ryan. I can't believe I said dive it, and he dives it. And he makes contact. That wasn't my fault. Oh dear. 11 laps remaining in the Dutch Grand Prix. Warden 7/10 behind Ryan. Dill 3-second time penalty. Track limits around here are a bit. They're not that bad, but the final corner, I feel like, or the penultimate corner, can be a little bit scary, a bit dodgy. Zombie fast lap 11.397. 4 seconds behind Penske now, so we're going to catch on to that battle very shortly. Unless Penske just chucks it into lightning speed, which is very possible from Penske, obviously. Still 3/10 behind Berserk as they go through sector 1. You can see on the track map the blue and red dot very close to each other there. As you can see, Ryan gained so much time through that. Through sector 3, 10 laps remaining. Let's go on board with Dill and Berserk here. They were still on the newer tyres, obviously, to Berserk. Zombie now under 4 seconds behind Penske. As Warden is now 7/10 behind Ryan. So that gap is changing quite a bit between Ryan and Warden there. As Hugo's out of 5 seconds, so he's losing time after that slight dive down the inside. I don't think that was front wing damage. I'm not too sure. I don't think so. Seven, 8/10 between Warden and Ryan. Got under 10 laps remaining. It's not been the most exciting Grand Prix, but it's definitely had its battles, had its incidences. Probably because I'm alone. Warden loves touching that grass on the right there. I've seen him do it like every single lap. So I'm being now 3 seconds behind Penske. You can see him now. Look at the grip on the softs. Woo! Could have been another faster lap there from Zombie. Not quite. Softs lasted about 12, 13 laps. For Ryan it was at 16, I think. So 8 laps remaining. He'll be able to take those to the end quite easily. Well, not quite easily, but should be able to take those to the end. That's what everyone's basically done when they started on the softs, so it should be okay. DRS enabled just there from Warden. Beats his personal best by a 10th. Are these mediums going to die soon for Ryan? Probably. If he was on the softs now, he'd probably be struggling quite a bit. Mediums, I don't know. I think he'll be struggling like right at the end. So we've still got quite a bit of time left. Matt and Presby C looks to be getting very close. Penske! 1.7 seconds. Getting closer. Oh, massive lock up there for Penske. He's feeling it. 6 laps remaining. 6 laps remaining. Zombie's been on these tires for 6 laps, so Zombie's advantage is starting to fade away. Warden's still keeping that gap of 8/10 sadly, so he's not able to catch up now, but in the last few laps he should be able to. So apparently Cowboy hit the clutch brake instead of the clutch pedal instead of the brake pedal, which is quite interesting. Lap 31 out of 36. Dill, oh, that's a bit of a spin. No, it's not. Berserk's done his nice little whip and nay again. Every time I go on board with this man, he's losing the back end. Presby's been on these tires for 28 laps. Oh dear. Those tires must feel great. Fantasy 3-second time penalty. He's in the pits. Is that a corner cut penalty? No. I mean, yes. Interesting. Oh, not much to commentate on. Someone crash. Surprised he's going to try and go for the fastest lap, I guess, on the softs. Warden now 4/10 behind. Okay. Could this be the time where he goes for it? He has got a time penalty, remember, so even if he does overtake, he needs to make that 3-second gap. .111.3 from Deathblow. He's still setting the fastest times on the hards as well. 22 old hards, and he still does it. Oh, there's something happening between Berserk and Presby C. And Dill's trying to join in the party. Look at this. We're out for P8. And it looks like Presby C is just letting through. I guess it's because he's on 30 lap on hard, so That's fair enough. Oh, Warner's going for the move. There he goes. DRS open, and he makes the move on Ryan. With this and 2 laps remaining. So now Warden needs 3 seconds. Ryan's tyres have died. They've definitely died. Well, definitely not died, but they're dying. They're in the process of dying. Is Warner going to be able to build that 3-second gap that he needs to win this Grand Prix? He's already got 5/10 of a second. Does Ryan know that he's got a time penalty? Probably. I'm guessing so. Bear with. Yellow flag. And what's happened? Matt. That's a bit of a spin, it looks like. Ryan, 6/10. He's got that DRS, which is crucial. That's what it needs to stay within at least 1 second gap. And Warner's going to lose 3, so Warner needs to lose 3. So far, Ryan just needs to stick with him, and he's got this Grand Prix. Matt, 7/10 behind. Dill 4/10, about 5/10 behind Burke. Burke up into 7th after an unfortunate Grand Prix. Everyone loves touching my grass, I don't know why. An ultimate lap. Actually last lap now, because Warden's going to cross the line. Ryan's still got that 7/10 gap, 6/10 gap now. As Hugo now sets the fast lap of the Grand Prix. He's actually caught up quite a bit, to be fair. He was 5 seconds behind, now he's 3.7. We're on the last lap of the Grand Prix. Had quite a few battles. We've had a lot of time where nothing's happened. And that's when commentating becomes a little bit boring. But you know, gonna have bad races, gonna have sick races. That's how it works. Sadly in F1, it's real F1. It's more one-sided, bad races. But you know, gonna have a good race soon. That's Ryan is a second behind. Be a second in a bit. Yep, there it goes. As they're coming through sector 3 for the final time. Zombie now 6/10 of a second behind Penske. So that could get interesting towards the end of this lap. But Warden, he's done pretty well. Got an amazing start off the line. So he takes P1 on track. But sadly with that time penalty, it's not going to be enough to actually take it. So Ryan crosses the line as he wins the Dutch Grand Prix after starting P4 on the grid. I think we can all say that he didn't have the greatest result in qualifying, but he still brings himself up onto the top step of the podium there. Warden in second, Hugo in third. Sadly, after that mistake, that ambitious dive bomb on Warden didn't work out, so he's going to have to settle for P3. Penske is going to come home in P4, 5, P6. I didn't see that time penalty from Penske, I forgot, as everyone bins it across the line in style there. So Zombie takes P4, as that's a great result there from Zombie. He goes up 8 positions from last to 4th. That is really well done there. Deathbell again after that collision with Ryan, sadly, P5. Penske 6th, Berserk after an unfortunate race once again in P7. We got Dill in 8th. Matt is going to finish 8th actually, because Dill gets a time penalty. So he's 9th. Fine Z is going to finish in 11th after getting lapped, and Presby C is going to cross the line here in Zandvoort to finish the Dutch Grand Prix in 10th position. Does it show you driver of the day here? I think it does. I would go with Zombie. Does the game agree? The game does agree. Zombie, who is Michael Schumacher, takes the drive of the day. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh, sorry, Jared, I didn't show them, but I did know that Warden had one, and I think that's pretty much it. Is my Xbox gonna load? Hello? Okay, well, welcome to the black screen Grand Prix. Oh, wow. Okay, well, we just don't. We didn't even get to see the results. Fantastic. Good stuff, game. Good stuff. Great stuff. You know, that's just what I love to see there. So, we didn't actually see the results of the Grand Prix. So, sadly, you're just gonna have to go back and have a look. But it was Riley took the lead. No, gets the win even. It was 1 second. Hugo and Zombie taking P4, which is a great result from him. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching the Dutch Grand Prix. Next week it is the I have no idea Grand Prix. If it's, I can have a look again. Communicating with online services. It is Spain. So Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia. For the Spanish Grand Prix, so make sure you will check that out. Next week, same time, same place, same day, same commentator. Possibly not same commentators. Notice the plural of the S, but we'll see. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me, AOR Charlie, in the commentary box. That didn't really make sense. Thank you for joining me for the Dutch Grand Prix for RRL. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already for the YouTube stream. Make sure you follow Redline RRF1 on Twitch for more racing, league racing stuff. And yeah, we'll see you all next week for the Spanish Grand Prix. Laters.